Today, we will be presenting about William Ouchi. William Ouchi is an American-Japanese author and professor in the business management field, best known for identifying a style of management, Theory Z, which allowed organizations to enjoy many of the advantages of both American and Japanese systems. He described these concepts in a best-selling book published in 1981. He was born on 28 June 1943 in Honolulu, Hawaii. He obtained a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Economy from Williams College, Massachusetts in 1965. After that, he returned to Honolulu and married his former school friend Carol Kagawa. William's father-in-law, Lawrence Kagawa, runs the Hawaiian branch of a U.S. insurance company and was a regular business visitor to both the U.S. and to Japan. This gave William insights to differing business practices in the two countries and was introduced to Sony founder, Akio Morita. Later, William and his wife moved to California, where he enrolled at Stanford University in San Francisco to study for his MBA. After gaining this qualification in 1967, the couple moved on to Illinois, where after 5 years at the University of Chicago, William was awarded his doctorate in business administration in 1972. In 1973, with his PhD and enhanced CV, William returned to San Francisco with his wife to take up a research/lecturing post at Stanford Graduate Business School, SGBS, lecturing on a first-year MBA course on organizational behavior, where he left in 1979 to take up a post with the Anderson School of Management at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, to teach courses in management and organization design, while conducting research on the structure of large organizations, Santa Monica. 2 years later, in 1981, William's keynote work, Theory Z, How American Business Can Meet the Japanese Challenge, was published. In this book, William expanded on the themes he had first unveiled 5 years earlier in his Type Z organization paper and introduced the term Theory Z for the first time. He described this as an emerging management philosophy, which allowed organizations to enjoy many of the advantages of both American and Japanese systems. Next, we will talk about the concept of Theory X, Y and Z. Theory X and Y are created and developed by Douglas McGregor in the 1960s. These theories describe two contrasting models of workforce motivation applied by managers in human resource management: organizational behavior, organizational communication, and organizational development. According to this model, the two opposing sets of general assumptions of how workers are motivated form the basis for two different managerial styles. Theory X is an authoritarian style of management and is based on pessimistic assumptions of the average worker. This presupposes that average worker dislikes work, finds it boring, and will avoid it he or she can. Theory X concludes the average workforce is more efficient under strict supervision and authoritarian approach to management. And the worker is motivated by tangible rewards such as money, and/or threats to job security. Theory Y is a participative style of management. Theory Y states that effort in work is as natural as play or rest, and workers are self-directed and target-oriented. Theory Y assumes that people in the workforce are internally motivated, enjoy their labor in the company, and work to better themselves without a direct reward in return. Theory Z, on the other hand, is an approach to management based on a combination of American and Japanese management philosophies focusing on long-term employment. It is a managing style that focuses on a strong company philosophy, distinct corporate culture, long-range staff development, and consensus decision-making. The desire, under this theory, is to develop a workforce which has more loyalty towards staying with the company and be permanent in their career. This theory presumes that workers tend to build a happy and intimate working relationship with those that they work for and work with. They value a working environment in which such things as family culture, tradition, and social institutions are regarded as equally important as work itself. There are 5 elements used to compare Theory X and Theory Y. Firstly, motivation. Theory X assumes that people dislike work, they want to avoid it and do not want to take responsibility. Theory Y assumes that people are self-motivated and thrive on responsibility. Secondly, management style and control. In a Theory X organization, management is authoritarian, and centralized control is retained, whilst in Theory Y, the management style is participative. Management involves employees in decision making but retains power to implement decisions. Thirdly, work organization. Theory X employees tend to have specialized and often repetitive work. In Theory Y, the work tends to be organized around wider areas of skill or knowledge. Employees are also encouraged to develop expertise and make suggestions and improvements. Next, rewards and appraisals. Theory X organizations work on a carrot and stick basis, and performance appraisal is part of the overall mechanisms of control and remuneration. In Theory Y, organizations, appraisal is also regular and important, but is usually a separate mechanism from organizational controls. Theory Y organizations also give employees frequent opportunities for promotion. Lastly, application. Theory X management style is widely placed in large-scale production operation and unskilled production line work. Many of the principles of Theory Y are widely adopted by types of organization that value and encourage participation. Theory Y style management is suited to highly structured knowledge work and professional services. Now, we will look at the comparison of Theory X, Y and Theories E. William called his model Theory Z, which falsely gives the impression that it was McGregor's idea. Theory Z, however, advocates a combination of all best attributes of Theory Y and modern Japanese management principles, which place a large amount of freedom and trust with workers, and assumes that workers have a strong loyalty and interest in teamworking and the organization. Theory Z also places more reliance on the attitude and responsibilities of the workers, whereas McGregor's Z theory is mainly focused on management and motivation from the manager's and organization's perspective. There are 8 characteristics of Theory Z. Firstly, collective decision making. Making decision by involving the employees so that they feel a part of the organization. Once the decisions are been decided, they will try their best to maintain it. Collective decision making is the main principle of the Theory Z. For example, CEO of Nike, Mark Parker, he said that Nike is an organization that's full of ideas and opportunity. He mentioned that he always asked a lot of questions to the team members to think through, and he won't said that do this, do that to the team. He will try to let themselves to think a good idea since they know what to do. Secondly, long-term employment. Having a long-term employment is important to the employees where they felt like they are been secure of having a job. The long-term employment guaranteed the employees, and at the same time the employees generate the loyalty where they felt like they are a part of the organization. Long-term employment also functioning as to promote the stability in the organization and job security among the employees. For example, Samsung. The average of the Samsung employees spent 10.8 years with the company, up for the 6th consecutive year and 80% longer than 2005's 6.0 years, the smallest figure since 2000. Thirdly, job rotation. Job rotation helps the employees to be more generalize the workplace more than specialize. Having the job rotation, the employees are been given the opportunity to improve their skills, know more about the other department's work, also know the facets of the organization. This is also an opportunity to the employees to deploy in different departments and levels. For example, Google implement job rotation among the employees in different departments. Fourthly, slow promotion. William Ouchi preferred to have a slow evaluation, which means that there is not a necessary for employees to shoot up to be the hierarchical leaders like a rocket in a short time. Slow promotion provided a chance by giving more time to the employees to develop well and carry out their work with more dedication. This lead to a permanent workforce with loyal employees, where they have the opportunity to develop at a single company over the course of their career. According to the traditional big Japanese company, they implement the slow promotion and they prioritize the seniority to decide the promotion. Even you work very hard or you deliver the significant performance, you have to wait until your turn. The fifth one, focus on training. Giving training to the employees to improve the performance in the workplace. This provides an opportunity to the employees to develop their skills and knowledge where they can improve the qualities and skills that the organization demand with. For example, Genting Malaysia. Genting Malaysia provide Rm 8.2 million total investment in the employee training in Malaysia and UK. This is to maintain the world-class service to their customers, so providing training are important to improve their performance. Sixth, care of personal circumstances. In Theory Z, the organization cannot ignore the employee's personal life. Although the employees had been worked for 8 hours per day, they also need some time to manage their personal life because they are an important role in the family, such as father, mother, husband, wife or son and daughter. So, the organization have the responsibility to provide support, understanding and dedication under the challenging situations. For example, fashion valet prepare the facilities such as kid room and nursing room to the working mother. The reason that they provide the facilities is to allow the employees to bring along their child to their workplace so that they can take care of their child and work at the same time. Seventh, informal control with formalized measure. The organization that apply Theory Z are more relying on informal methods of control but does measure performance through formal mechanism. The organization giving the clarity to let the employees know the position that they stand. So, the organization need to draw up the rules and indicate in advance to the goal and the expectation through the employees. This will produce the outcome whereas more efficiency and effectively. The examples of formal control with a market mechanism are profit planning, product calculation, budgeting, performance measurement, transfer pricing and investment calculation. Informal control consists of group norms, company culture and symbols. For example, the management needs some way to inform subordinates of the organization's goal, such as through budgets, personnel planning, job descriptions. The management must also create incentives for everyone to pull in the same direction. Lastly, individual responsibility. The organization recognizes the individual contributions but always within the team. Individual responsibility is essential for employees to have their own responsibility and to help contribute to the organization. This will motivate them to carry out the work on time and well when they have their own responsibility. For example, Samsung. Samsung never makes the responsibility ambiguous. A manager will enjoy the absolute support of the boss. But, if a manager fails to perform satisfactorily due to negligence, the support has been retrieved and the manager will have to assume all of the responsibilities. There are 6 benefits in implementing Theory Z. Firstly, mutual trust. Trust, integrity and openness are important and crucial for an organization. This is because when they have trust and openness between the employees, it will let them to be more cooperate to fulfill the goal of the organization. Secondly, strong bond between organization and employees. Organization may give extra bonus, welfare or career planning so that the employee feel they are important to the company and loyal to the company. Hence, it would create more stable and good working environment. Thirdly, increase performance and productivity of employees. The employees should participate in the decision-making process and give their opinion. Such kind of involvement is very meaningful for the employee. Through the participation of employee directly to the company, they will feel emphasized by the company. In the result, the employee will more responsible for their idea and project. Therefore, the performance will become better. Fourthly, improves interdependences of task. It emphasis on sharing of information and resources rather than on chart. An integrated organization emphasizes on job rotation. This is because this will let the employee know about everything and the independence of the tasks. Such understanding tend to create a group spirit. Fifth, promote teamwork. Theory Z has no formal structure in the organization. Therefore, Theory Z able let employee work together as a team and they share the same information and resources. Lastly, informal control system. Organizational control system is made in informal. This style will ensure the boosting of mutual trust between the employees and the organization. Now, let's move on to the critiques of Theory Z. Firstly, the theory cannot ensure the loyalty of employee. It just provided a job security but it may not relate to loyalty of employee to the organization. The employee may leave the organization if other organization provide better offer to them. Secondly, the result of involvement of employee may not satisfy. The involvement of employees in decision-making process may not satisfy or reach the minimum requirement. Some of the manager may dislike the involvement of the employees due to this will limit their freedom. The employee may also dislike involve in the decision-making process because they are fear of criticism and fear the idea to be rejected. Thirdly, involvement of all employee may slow down the process. The number of involvement is too big and it will take time to collect everyone opinion and idea. Fourthly, Theory Z suggests organization without any structure. But, if there are no structures in the organization, it will confuse because nobody know who should report to. Hence, the organization will occur a chaos situation. Next, Theory Z is based on Japanese management practices. These practices involve the culture of Japan. Therefore, this practice or theory may not suitable for other country of different culture. Moreover, Theory Z is very limited because this theory lack of empirical research. Therefore, this theory not enough prove. Lastly, Theory Z emphasizes on a class feeling within the organization. This is because the employees have different habit and language, even dress code. Hence, it is very difficult to achieve class feeling within the organization. In conclusion, Theory Z which proposed by William Ouchi tend to increase the motivation of employees, the performance of the organization, and loyalty of employees by providing employment for a lifetime. While, it also have their drawbacks, which is this theory is very limited and it cannot ensure the loyalty of the employees. This theory also suggests that organization with no structure. So, the employee do not know who should report to and occur the chaos situation. In addition, some of the country may not suitable to use this theory because this theory is based on Japanese management. From the theory X, Y and Z, we think that the combination of the theory Z with theory X and Y is the best solution for an organization. A successful company not only depend on single theory, it can use the theory which suitable for the company goals, where theory Z is more focused on the attitude and responsibilities of the employees, while theory X and Y are mainly focused on management and motivation. Therefore, we suggest that combination of this three theory is the most suitable management style for a company.